This video demonstrates how to use the Fiducial Relocalizer plugin. And the first step we need to do is pick an image that's going to act as our fiducial marker. So for example, I have this image, which I have on a card, and we're going to use it as a fiducial marker. The important step in selecting an image is to check the image with the AR Core image tool. This is the tool provided with AR Core framework that checks image quality. It gives a rating, a score between 0 and 100, and the closer the score to 100, the better the image in terms of recognition. So the recommendation from AR Core is to have a score at least 75. In Unreal Engine, AR Core is packaged within the plugins directory, and the name of the tool is different. So this is the name of the AR Core image tool. And I believe for Windows, it will be a different subfolder here. We can use this command to evaluate our image. So let's run this command just to verify that our image is good enough for the fiducial. And as you can see, it outputs the number score for the image, and 90 in our case is good enough to be used as a fiducial. So once we've done that, we can start using this image in Unreal. So first, we're gonna import our image into our project. Let's save it. Next step, we need to create a data asset called under miscellaneous, and here you say, I think, data asset. Yeah, there you go. And then you select AR candidate image. Gonna give it a name. Make things fiducial. You double click on it and select the candidate texture. So this is going to be the actual image that we're going to use. What's important is to set up a friendly name here. This name we will use later. We're going to call it F make things. There you go. The other step that is important but not required is to set up the physical size of the image in centimeters. You can skip it, but I recommend to do it because it simplifies task for AR Core to estimate correctly where the image is in virtual space. And for this image, I'm gonna see on the setup that I have, it's 15 centimeters wide and 10 centimeters tall. So we're gonna say 15, and we're gonna switch the mode to portrait. There you go. So the Unreal calculates the height based on the image aspect ratio. So now we save this asset and go back to our AR session config. So this is the file that contains configuration for AR. And in candidate images, we're going to just add a new candidate image we just created. And select our fiducial, makes things fiducial. So now we added it to AR session config. It means that the phone will be able to recognize this image at runtime. So the next step is to create a scene in our Unreal project. and set it up so that it is loaded when the fiducial is scanned. So to do that, we're going to use the existing model that that we have in the project. For example, let's augment it somewhere around this table. So the way it works is you need to create a new map that will be loaded when on the phone when Fiducial is scanned. You can create new map, new level, call it M show level. All right, then we're gonna set it as a sub-level in our map. So we're gonna go to maps and select the level we just created. Okay, so it's there. Now we want to place some geometry on the table. For example, all right, this cube, good. Let's resize it. All right, good enough. This is the cube. Well, we just maybe move it lower, like 90. Not too much, 95. Perfect. Maybe give it some material, something more exciting than just a white thing. So it's gonna be a cube made of wood. All right. So it's important that the cube is in our fiducial level, right? Because we're gonna use this level. We're gonna load this level when the fiducial is scanned. So this is the augmented reality level that we create. We can add more assets as we want. The next step would be to switch to the fiducials level and place a BP fiducial actor. If you go to Fiducial Relocalizer content, there is an actor called BP Fiducial Anchor. This actor actually represents the fiducial in your scene. So we can place it anywhere. We're gonna configure it after we placed it in the scene. So what's important here is to know the axis, how they point. If you look at our image that we set up, the fiducial image, the red axis goes horizontally from left to right, and then the green axis goes vertically from the bottom to the top. This is important. Fiducial name, it should be the same as we give it here. So F make things, this is how we named our fiducial. And then we want to set up streaming levels. So our fiducial can load multiple levels if we set it, or may not load any levels at all. So what we want is to load the level that we just created, which is called M fiducial level. And this is it. This is the whole setup. Once we compile it and run it on our phone and scan the fiducial, you should be able to see a cube next to the fiducial